think about the last time you took a trip on a public train. Did you feel uneasy as you walked through a carriage like this one? How about when you sat down? Were there any uncomfortable rips in your seat? Did you notice any scratches in the window or graffiti in the carriage? If you answered no to these questions, then chances are you probably weren't on a train in Melbourne.
Vandalism is an enormous and complex problem for Melbourne rail operators, and it results in three major costs as experienced by you, the users, who maintain these systems through your taxes and fares. Firstly, vandalism significantly increases rail expenditure, costing more than $10 million every year for Melbourne's network alone. Then there are the social costs, with vandalism indicating that there's no control or ownership of the area, and this results in a damaged public perception. Lastly, the human costs. Rail environments present legitimate dangers, putting not only those trespassing at risk, but also the public and staff who attempt to intervene. Strategies to reduce vandalism within the rail environment therefore have far-reaching financial, operational and social benefits. However, the introduction of more advanced mitigation techniques has not significantly reduced vandalism rates. You may have heard the quote that problems can never be solved in the context in which they arose. And this is where my PhD comes in. I'm looking at how design practice can be used to reduce rail vandalism in Melbourne. So how is my research different? Well, findings show that current deterrent approaches often aim to protect the entire transit system against all forms of vandalism. How about a narrow focus that could result in a more targeted, sustained and effective approach? Through interviewing industry experts, reviewing vandalism reports, and studying the rail network's vulnerabilities, we can proceed to identify a few key things. These include what the worst forms of vandalism are, what rail assets they're affecting, and what it is about these assets that make them targets of vandalism. My research will culminate in new design interventions being integrated into asset management, rather than the current approach of taking assets and then trying to protect them. I'm essentially flipping this present reactive approach to damage control to a more proactive one. So what will this design intervention be? Well, that's a question I'm really excited to work on. In order to be successful, research shows that this intervention, whether a new service or strategy, an interface or a physical product, will need to be embedded in a holistic framework, addressing issues surrounding expenditure, perception and safety. So in future, when you're travelling on Melbourne's train network, I hope my research will show how design can be used to create new solutions to old problems, resulting in a cleaner, safer and more pleasant journey. Thank you.